Hi, I'm Chelsea from 25th and Mag, and I'm really excited to share with you my latest quilt pattern, Continuum. This is a pattern for a wall hanging and table runner, so it's a great small project if you're new to sewing curves or if you just want a weekend project to use up some fabric in your stash. So I've been selling the Continuum wall hanging in my Etsy shop for the past 4 years, and it is such a fun project to make, and I wanted to be able to share that with other quilters. So I wanted this pattern to be approachable for confident or advanced beginners, so I included a video tutorial with the pattern, and that will guide you through every single step of piecing this together. So this is a PDF pattern, but you will need a printer to be able to print the templates, and I include extra room for trimming with those. So what that means is you don't have to necessarily be super precise when sewing these curves, and that's why I love this for beginners, or if you're a quilter like me who isn't the most precise, but it allows you to trim to the size you need after assembling, so then when you're piecing together that final quilt, things should line up really nice. So the fabric requirements for this pattern are pretty flexible. If you're making the wall hanging, for the non-background fabrics, you can use a 1/4 yard each for those, but you could also use a fat eighth or even a scrap piece of fabric. I kind of lay this all out in the pattern, so it just allows you to maybe use what you already have in your fabric stash. So I made a few different samples and different fabrics just to really showcase what you can do with it. In particular, I love this dark background version. I used all art gallery fabrics, pure solids, and I think the dark background really makes it pop on the wall, and I love the monochromatic look of these blues. And the second sample I have is my classic colorway. This was the original design that I had on my Etsy, and it's definitely different from the monochromatic look. I wanted to showcase how you can have multiple colors in this design and it still looks great. I used all Kona cotton for this, but for the background I used Essex linen. I really just love using linen in a wall hanging. I feel like it adds a really nice texture, and I also love how it contrasts with the regular fabric in this roll design. And this third version is totally outside of my norm, but I am so in love with it. So I used all Ruby Star Society starry fabrics. I wanted to showcase this design in a print. So the pattern has instructions for cutting if you're using prints. I just recommend using a non-directional print for the background fabric. So you definitely can combine prints and solids, but this is so fun and I'm so happy with how it turned out. So I also made a sample of the table runner version of this pattern. It's constructed pretty much the same as the wall hanging with the addition of some extra blocks, but I'm really excited to add this to my table decor and use it every day. And at the time of recording this, I don't necessarily have it live yet, but once this pattern is actually released, you can check out my studio journal where I'll have a continuum inspiration guide where I will detail all the fabrics used in these samples so you can make a version of your own. So if you'd like to make your own continuum quilt, I have the pattern linked in the description below. And if you decide to make it, I would love it if you tag me at 25th and Mag on Instagram. I would absolutely love to see what you create.